Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 4 of the Grand Arena Championships. This is Round 1. This is the first battle, and we're doing a little 3v3. That means we're going to use a bunch of teams that have never been used before, because last time we had 3v3 was about 8 months ago. So let's look at the stats and see how this matchup is going to progress. First thing we can see is I'm a little behind when it comes to character GP. When looking at the relics, I have a lot more tier 4, but it looks like I'm behind in most of the other categories. Then looking at the GA stats there, I'm mostly ahead except for when it comes to defensive wins. He really isn't showing offensive stats, which is making me think he's going to go heavy defense. Now looking at the roster stats, I have a huge advantage of Zetas, and then he has a large advantage when it comes to G12 and G13. That means he's probably going to be a bit of a collector. Looking at mods, and it's not even close. I'm going to have a huge advantage here. So let's get to the board. All right, here's the board. You can see my opponent has already attacked, and he has stalled, which you'll see when we look at his defense quite shortly. We'll see why. So let's take a look at this top zone. He was able to one-shot all the teams. At first order, I had Bugs with Droidica. That's a Poggle lead. And then I have two Night Sister teams. Then we'll go to the fleet first. I placed my Negotiator. He doesn't have Negotiator. So I'm guessing he kept his Millennium Falcon team for there. Next, we'll take a look here, and you can see this is where he stalled. He was able to one-shot my clones. But then my General Anakin squad, he couldn't make a dent in at all, and same thing with my Palp team. If you're looking for easy teams for defense that really mess with people, this Palp team, back in the spring, it did fantastic for me, and it is doing well already in this first battle. They're just so quick between Thrawn and all the turn meter that you get from Palp's lead. So I'll just show you my back zone, which he's not going to be able to get. A little disappointing. I have two teams in here I really wanted to see how he was going to do. The first is that Bossk Watt team. It's essentially a timeout team because of all the healing that's going to be on Bossk once Watt gives him the tech. My hope is he gives Bossk the tech, and then he gets a second turn to give Dengar the attack tech. I don't know if that's going to happen, though. We'll have to watch that throughout this season. Then I really want to see the Stormtrooper Han team, too, because it looks like it could be fun. Now, let's look at what I'm facing. So, here you can see Malak with Dooku and Sith Trooper. A Grievous team. This Bossk team doesn't really look that difficult. Thank God there's one in this zone. And then we have a full R7 Darth Revan team. Now, when we're looking at the speeds of Darth Revan, you can see he doesn't have a speed set on him. He's going to hit hard, as you can see there, but he's only a 283 speed. So we'll take a look at the Bastila. Again, not a speed set. He's got a health set on, only 277. And then finally the HK, which is only at 225. And this HK is going to be hitting quite hard as well. So, goal in fighting them is just going to be survive, basically. Next, we'll come down here, and we see three strong teams. Again, this Bastila team is probably the weakest of the three, but two members on the team are Relic level 3, so that's not to say that the team is weak. Then we have Padme and Jedi Knight Revan. This Jedi Knight Revan squad, he's clearly going for a timeout team here because there's really no offense on the team. But with that said, we looked at the stats earlier. in this video, but let's just take a look and see what he has for timeout ability. So we're going to go to Jedi first to see what could be hiding in that back. You see he has the R3 Zaris. If I had to guess, that's probably hiding in that back zone. Oh, and here we're going to then go to 501st. You'll see he does not have General Skywalker, so I don't have to save any teams for Skywalker. And then let's just take a look at what he has for tanks. So, other than the Jedi Training Ray, we've seen all of these, and we haven't seen the Sith Trooper or the Sun Fac yet either, or actually the Clone Wars Chewbacca. So my guess is that Clone Wars Chewbacca is hiding in the back because you don't keep that for offense in a 3v3. All right, so I backed out of Grand Arena, but we'll come back in and kind of plan our attacks here. You can, since my opponent stalled, one thing you'll notice is the points are 232 and 153 up top. You go to the bottom, and it's 204 and 232. So just clearing the bottom of this is going to give me the potential win. So that's going to be our focus. I'd like to full clear. We're going to have a plan on who to use for all these. But the main goal is going to be to focus on this bottom. So with that said, let's kind of kick this off. Now we're going up against this Padme team, so we're just going to use Darth Revan here. Get Shaak down, drop the health. Alright, now Anakin is the biggest threat on this team right now. So that's going to be the focus, except for Padme is going to draw fire. Luckily, I put fear on Anakin when I killed Padme, and that meant Anakin didn't get a turn. So that just means cleaning up Ahsoka. I'm going to lose banners for the health there. But that is, 50 banners. My opponent didn't clear the board, so I'll take 50 banners. That's really not a worry. Now, back in the day, when there was only G12, Nest could solo, Qi'ra Nest would take out this Bastila team. The question is Qi'ra Nest going to be able to take out a relict Grandmaster Yoda? He's just under 7,000 strength. That means if he hits Nest without the bonus protection, Yoda's going to take Nest out. But we have to do something about that team. So we're going to try it. All right, so first buff is going to go onto Nest. Now, they have tenacity up, so there's no point in trying to daze them. We'll just go for a big hit. All right, heal up a little. We're just going to focus this Juhani down for the moment. Heal. That's good, because Yoda's not going to go back into stealth. Now, keep going after this Juhani, because I want to at least take out one of the team if I can. And then she's stealth. I should have figured that out, but... which means we're going to be going after Bastila. Heal up. Alright. Give the buff out again. The problem is giving the buff is hiding Yoda. So let's just keep going after her. Heal. Alright, now we're just down to Nest. There she goes. That resist is good. And there goes Yoda. Now it's just on to Bastila. And we have to avoid her stuns. There we go. Alright, bonus protection is gone on her now. And the exposes are starting, so this should clean it up. Should be a big hit, and there we go. Alright, so only 47 banners because I lost 2. But it got the clear. And that's really what's important here. Next is this Jedi Knight Revan. High relics. Not a ton of offense. So we're going to try Traya. Even if I only get one of them out. By basically hide the Nihilus, it's going to be good. So, Jedi Knight Revan has the lowest health. So we're going to try and go after Revan first. Alright, now, how do we want to do this? We're going to isolate. Kenobi, reduce the Nihilus cooldown. Got 2 more. Attack Revan. And we're just going to go after Revan. The problem is this team is, other than Nihilus, basically can't hit hard. So it's going... there goes Traya. But there goes Jedi Knight Revan. So they are no real threat to me at this point. It's just I need to get a couple more Annihilates off. And they're going to have a ton of foresight, take a bunch of turns. So I'm not going to be finishing with full protection here again. Alright. The nice thing is both of them basically have huge stacks of crit immunity, so Kenobi's really never going to get to taunt. And there goes another one. Drain cooldown, so he can't cleanse himself. So much foresight on Kenobi. And he's R7, so it's basically just going to come down to annihilate. Alright, reduce the cooldown again. Plenty of time here, even though it's probably not the most thrilling fight for you to watch. And there we go. Alright, so that wasn't that bad. 49 banners. That's going to clear the zone, though. It's going to let us see what's in the back. Alright, so he's got that nest in the back. That's something to think about. Barris, my kind of hint to you is going to be save your Jedi Training Ray for any Barris team. It's just going to make your life a lot easier. Alright. I don't even care if they get buffs. He's going to taunt, and I really can't get around it. So we might as well put the healing immunity on him and stun him. This team has a ton of foresight. Luckily, the BB-8 counter is going to help dispel that foresight. That's why you want to keep him as the one that's unstealthed in this team. Let's see. Take away his foresight. See if we can stun Zaris. Alright, might as well just kill old Ben. Alright, there's one down. Now we'll take away Barris's buffs. Restore my protection. And, well, Barris will go down here shortly. So that's Barris down. Now comes Qui-Gon. He's got no Barris protection here, and so he goes down. So 53 banners. The best is 54. You can see BB-8 finish with a little under perfect protection. Next, we have a Nest, we have a Carth, and we have First Order. So we have plenty of teams that can take them out, but let's take a look at that top zone because I want to have a chance against that top zone. Something Padme for that Darth Revan. Hopefully that gets it done. Then Jedi Knight Revan for the General Grievous team. I'm going to kind of have to figure out that Malak team. I was thinking actually Grievous on that one. So you can see who I have left here for offense. The one thing I don't want to do is start attacking that top, though, and not finish the bottom. Because that just would not lead to good things. Now, the Geos I can use for the Bossk. So who do we want to use for Carth? We have First Order, but we don't have Fox. But we do have Malak. So let's go in and try and get the undersized win. Alright. Of course, a dodge. We're just going to attack until I get my third Drain Force off. Now, I am being attacked less, so this might actually end up taking more time. Hopefully not. Just because I'm going to get to my Drain Forces less quickly. But I'm almost at my second. Here's my second, so that might not be a problem. Actually, I just took out Zalbar without needing to apply healing immunity. Third Drain Force on Carth. I know I could have applied healing immunity there, but his second special is the bigger hit, so I'm not too worried about it. And then we'll drain force, and there we go, 56 banners. So we have a first order, and we have a nest team. And let's just take a look at the nest real quick. It's not going to be a high tenacity nest. It's not even close to a high tenacity nest. So I actually can't use CLS there because CLS can't beat it. Because it's going to just keep removing turn meter. So first order, let's see who we have. I actually don't really like these options for going up against the first order. So let's see. I have CLS, Grievous, Padme, Jedi Knight Revan. Then Django. Django's not going to take out that nest. And I don't want to two-turn stun. So I have first order, so I can always clean up that Malak if I do a double team. So this is where we get to make some decisions. You know what? I feel fairly safe that I'm going to win, so we're going to experiment a little bit. That's what this kind of first round is sort of about. Let's see what Geos can do against a three-man first order team. And apparently I'm starting off fairly well. Can't complain with that. Now, Kylo's going to stun. That's why... Oh, he didn't... There it is. That's why I didn't use the first special first, because I want to be able to cleanse. All right. Well, here you're going to see Geos are going to do fairly well against First Order, apparently. Now, of course, my Geos, at least the Spy and the Brood Alpha, have much higher relics than the First Order team, which I'm sure helps. But I'll take 51 banners there. So we just need to figure out that nest. So I don't want to overcommit to that bottom. But I do want to try and take out some of these teams up top. So let's see how Padme can do against this slow Darth Revan team. All right. Now, it's honestly just not the same without Ahsoka. We're going to get at least one of them out, though. Let's see if we can take out Bastila. All right, we got Bastila out. Heal up a little bit. Save that for now. All right. 49 banners, not fantastic, but it cleared the team. So let's see what speed the Bossk is. He's got a speed set on. He's 260. What about that Boba? Boba's only 218. And Sing. Now, Sing can get annoying. She does have stun on her basic, and she's at 238. So let's come down here. You'll see my Kylo is at 230. That means he and Bossk, it's going to be a coin flip on who goes first. So, do we want to risk the coin flip? That's the question. Now, Jedi Knight Revan's going to be able to take out this team on the bottom if I have to. So I've basically already won. So, do we want to experiment and kind of test and see where we can go? I say yes. This isn't the strongest team. It might not be good enough to get through a Relic Bossk. But it'll be interesting, at least. Reduce some turn meter, and Bossk resisted. That's fine, because he didn't taunt. Now he did. So we're going to remove the offense up. All right, now call. There's one gone. That Shaak T is looking really low, but that's all right. All right. Call Clone Sergeant and heal up. And that's why it doesn't matter, because Shaak has that heal. The stun isn't good, but that's all right. See, Clone Sergeant gets a ton of turns when he has the crit damage up because of his unique. He gains 50% turn meter whenever he scores a crit. So when he has crit damage up, he's going to constantly be going up, which is constantly going, which is why I'm calling him to go. So he's to assist because he's taking 1,000,000 turns. All right, protection is down, and usually Bossk will melt a little faster once the protection is down. And there we go. 53 banners against that Bossk with Shaak T. That's going to be good to know in the future. So, we have the droid team, and we have the Dooku team. Saving Jedi Knight Revan for the bottom just in case. So I have CLS in my General Grievous team. His Grievous team... I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to be honest, it probably is not. But again, it's worth the test, because there's only one way to find out. So we'll dispel the buffs. Let's see if we can start taking out the rest of the team. All right, so Dooku is down. We're going to heal up the B2. Oh, no, we're not, because he's got healing immunity, and I didn't pay attention to that. Let's... So I'm going to... Oh, I shouldn't have clicked there. Now let's see if we can get healing immunity. Yes. So he's going to drain force, but it's not going to matter. Heal. Now he's gone. Let's see if we can stun. Nope. Lost the B1. Yeah, this probably isn't going to work. But I got Dooku out, so there's at least that. Yeah, and there it is. So I have CLS, and I really have nothing for that Grievous team. Except for my Jedi Knight Revan. Now my Fox is on defense, so I really can't beat that nest with Fox. You know what, let's have a couple of extra teams built up here. So let's see what we can do against this nest team. Might as well throw it a couple things against the wall and see what sticks, basically. So we'll try the Jango team to start. Now, get ability block down. Oof. This is not going well. Not at all. Okay, we're going to back out of that because clearly it did not work. Next. Let's try First Order. Let's see if I don't have any really have anyone that can do much to help the First Order here. Just looking to see if I have anyone that can provide healing immunity to try and get me around this. Yeah, there really isn't anyone, so we'll just try and use turn meter manipulation. Go to old school Kylo. Stun. Let's see if we can stun nest. Perfect. Clear. Stun. Oh, and there's First Order officer gone. Let's see if we can stun nest again. We did. Now, healing immunity. Stun nest again. Stun. Stun nest again. See if we can... Oh, he dodged, so I couldn't get the stun on nest there. And, of course, that means nest did that. Stun nest again, though. Stun L3. Stun nest again. Go after Qi'ra. Stun nest again. And this is why you want a high tenacity nest. Feed turn meter. Stun L3. It's also why the Qi'ra lead is so good. You see, Nest was able, thanks to the crit, was able to bring back some of her normal protection. Let's stun Qi'ra. Stun L3 because I don't want the taunt. Didn't get the stun there. If I had First Order Officer, this would have been a little easier. Or if I hadn't lost First Order Officer. And now I'm not going to be able to get this done. Because L3 is able to just shake off the buffs at this point. Alright, so we're going to forfeit here. Well, I need this zone to get the win. So we're just going to send in Jedi Knight Revan. I'll see if I can figure something out on the Grievous team. Let's spread Foresight. We're going to take out Qi'ra first, actually. That way, if anything goes wrong, she's gone. Not using the AoE, so I don't get the counter. Alright, now spread, not that it matters. We're going to heal up just so there's not an attack. Big hit. And stun. Now we're just going to use basics. And Nest's health pool is going to reduce every time we do. You can already see it there. And that should do it. So, 24 banners, just because I tested against that team. But that put me up quite far. Now, we have Malak and a Sith Trooper. That Krennic team is really the only one that applies healing immunity, but Malak will rip that apart. I'd like to see if I can try and save CLS. So let's go in with resistance. It's probably not going to go well at all. Okay. Now, this is where it's going to go miserably. At the very least, we're going to keep it because it's just a lone Malak now. And I was stupid and used my First Order down below. But again, I'm already looking good for the win. So, figured it couldn't hurt to test and see what the limits were. If I had Fox, that would have gone a lot easier down below with the First Order. Of course I didn't. I have nothing for this Grievous team. Absolutely nothing. So, let me just make sure I clicked on the right team. Let's see if my CLS can take out this Malak. If not, we might just call it a night. Need to land the stuns to make this work. There's one. There it is again. Restore protection. Big hit. No. Land a stun. Land a stun. Yes. That's perfect. All right, and there's Malak. I mean, we might as well try this Grievous. I know it's not going to go well. But, again, it can't hurt to try. Yep. So there's the first attempt. Yeah, why not? Confuse. Days. Oof. Yep, this is going about as you expected it. That's going to be my last attack for the night. I'm not going to clear, but my opponent's not either. So, looks like it's going to be a win. Thanks for joining me. You got to see some kind of strong teams that can be countered and what I use to counter them with. And hopefully this helps you. I will see you next round. Thank you.